here, John.
I kill any one of them. So
Oh, this one.
big one. Look at that little cat. Get on over that fence with Mama. I just heard a giant bull back here on your side. You hear how deep his voice was? Here they come. Here comes the second batch. Where we're hunting, Bobby?
Really behind us?
I know, but look, see the mountains right there on the left side of the road? Yeah. That's where we're hunting. We need to get on that someday.
Maybe he's letting them get across the road.
We need to get up there before we get across the road. They just all ran across the ditch at the water they pulled out. Oh, look at that bull, Bobby, right there on the left. Just jumped the fence. Yeah. There's a big one right there. That last one that just jumped the fence was huge. Get over that fence. Take them babies over. Yo, for a while. Chase over getting ready. Fucking around.
You should be able to see these out in the flat. Maybe come over here, close to me. Closer to me.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to come over. I'm good though, as long as you can see them. I'm cool. So we got about 20 elk straight down there. I think that big herd we seen this morning, we keep hearing some bugling way back that way. Most likely they might not be on the property we can hunt though, so Chase over there, he's got an eye on them. We're kind of trying to get a plan. No wind right now. Super quiet. So we'll see what happens. Shots.
I count 11. That's about
So Chase he counted 11 elk. He said some of them are deer. Like I won't kill a deer. I'll shoot a deer right in the eyeball. It's also opening day of antelope for guns, so if you hear some gunshots, they're out there killing them filthy little prairie prowlers. I'm jealous. I want to kill one with a bow, but I don't have a tag. Y'all hear them? Y'all hear them coyotes? Up here in Montana, they call them prairie dogs. Filthy little mongrels. One of my favorite things to do is put an arrow right in a coyote. I'd kill every one of them. Filthy little bastards.
just good over here.
It's dying to get killed over there. That's them right there. They're headed straight to us, but our wind is terrible. And the one way over there, over here, he just keeps on bugling. So right here, guys, I moved down from where we're sitting, and Chase went way back behind me, and he was calling. And I was in a pretty good location, but the wind was being real iffy. I had a bull coming up to the right, bugling a couple of times, and then I had the bulls down at the bottom, and I was trying to decide if the one coming to the right was going to make it over there, and should I sit still or move on to the next little ridge down below me, get a better shot, be in a better position for the bulls coming up out from the alfalfa. Now I'm just trying to make sure before I start moving that bull's not about to pop up over that hill. And then I'm gonna just go ahead and drop down. I'm gonna slide on my butt actually down to the next layer, and that's why I took my quiver off, so I wouldn't be tearing up my arrows or catching my arrows on anything. Chase is behind me, call. We got elk coming from over there. We got bunches down here. Not sure what ditch they're gonna come up in. Okay. Had them at 95, but terrible wind. They had me. They could smell something they knew wasn't right. By the time I tried to get up and draw, I got them ranged, but when I come back to draw, they were already down to like 120. Whole herd's way, well, they're spread out everywhere. There's a whole line of them over there going around, and there's some bulls by themselves. Bulls by themselves over here, and a whole line of them going around over there. Alright, guys, we got big giant boy. He's got like 18 inches of ivory tips, and he's with a smaller one, so they're in the same place I just left. I'm gonna move around and try to get the wind to help us out a little bit. Chase is gonna get the big one because this is his place. As soon as he lets the arrow fly, I'm gonna try to cut down on the other one. Look at that score. So Chase done slipped out of his boots. Now he's in his sock feet trying to slip down to that edge. But what we don't know is that the elk have already left the building. We think they're right. See that line right there? Right in that dip. About to find out. So this goes on for quite a while till he gets down there, and we realize that they're not there when I finally see them going around the bend, following the whole entire other herd. So them elk had to go. They had to go over that next ridge, and they either worked their way up there, or they followed the whole herd out of here. So right there where Chase is at is where I was at when I was 95 yards, and the wind blew to them. They got my wind right when I was trying to draw back, get ranged. But behind them cows, I think those big elk went behind that ridge right there, behind them cows, and are headed back up. If that's the case, they're gonna walk right in front of Bobby. Unless they got in some of this brush and bedded down, they certainly did not make their way out and around, because you can see everything, and we watched the whole herd leave out through there earlier. A big giant part of a herd. All right, guys, we're back at the side-by-side. Chase is over working up a plan to see if we can get on a black bear. Old Bob is over there still trying to talk us into go shoot one of these deer. We're gonna try a black bear first while they're still out moving about, and then we're gonna look for a deer. And we're thinking, Chase talked to the guy that runs the cows out here. He said every evening about 4:30 the milk's been coming back off the hill back over there. And if they do that this evening and this wind stays the same, they'll be coming into us on the upwind side, and we'll have a chance. Man, I'm gonna have to go get a good camera, because we had a sure enough monster out there. He had 18 inches of pearly whites on the top of his horns. He was just huge. Even Chase said it was probably, he said he's probably 130 inches. So no bull yet, but we've seen plenty of them, right?
These ain't the biggest little binoculars, but I love these binoculars.
Look, Chase was over in the woods calling. As soon as he started calling, them elk started going the other way. Not really. When he started calling, they looked up and they was working their way to us. The problem was where he was at and where we started our stop, the wind was blowing from our left to our right, and the bull were down. So let's say the wind was blowing west. We'll just say north. We'll say it was blowing south to north, and the elk were down to the west. As the closer I got down there to them, that wind was somehow hitting the channel somewhere back in there and coming back to me and dropping straight down. It's hitting me in the back of the neck and going right to them. And what happened is I couldn't get a range on them because of the grass. I was looking at them through the grass, and I didn't want to skyline my head. When I finally got a range, they were at 95, and I was fixing to stroke one. And as I ranged him, the one headed towards the south, he looked up and he turned towards the other ones. I knew he picked up my wind. I squatted down, set my pin on my bow I actually set it for 100, because I knew they were going to be taking a few steps, and drew back and raised back up. And as I raised up, they were trotting, and they were probably 120 yards. I let down on them. I watched them go all the way down and cut around the end of the property and head back up into the woods. And then I was looking, because there was another group down there. I didn't see them, so I assumed that they booked out there with them, went back up and got Chase. And when we were coming back, I was showing them where I was sitting, and there was 3 of them down there, and one of them was a Magnum. And we tried to get around and set up on them. And so Bobby was to our south, glassing with the spotting scope. Me and Chase were over there trying to get down there to that bull, and either our wind or Bobby's wind, a combination, got to them before we ever got down there, and we spotted them cutting across the same direction. So nothing acted like it was spooked bad. So I think we got a good chance of getting back on them tonight. So we're gonna go look for a black bear. If we come across a good deer, we're gonna get on him. Welcome to elk camp, baby. We'll see y'all. Alright, so we got a black bear. Right there. Chase gonna go grab the rifle.
I don't want them out here either, huh?
Keep your eye on him, Bobby. I'm gonna get this spot.
Oh, he's moving.
There's a giant motherfucker right there now. Right there. Chase is on his way back. I don't know if this is smart or stupid, but we spotted two bears in here, a cinnamon and a black. They went in here and bedded up, so we're going in their house. Stick as shit. Shit. Hey. Chase. Hey, there's shit everywhere in there. I gotta say, I'm not loving this. I'm right up here in this motherfucker's house. Hey Chase, this trail right here is where he came from. definitely on the upwind side of him now. Chase. That bear went through that gap right there. Wait when we leave. It's a little scary. I just know he's on that sucker laid up about 5 feet from us. Thank you for not being there, Mr. Bear. So, after we went into the bear's home, it scared me to death. Side, we bumped him out of there. So, yeah, never again will I be going in a bear's house with nothing but a bow. It was so thick in there, if you tried to wave your arrow and slap him on the head, you wouldn't have been able to. But anyway, we came out and he busted out on the other side. We were standing there talking about how I'm never going back in a bear's house like that. Man, Chase said, there he is, there he is. Turned around and he busted up on the other side and he was running off the hill. Probably 300 or 400 yards running wide open. Chase took a few shots at him, but missed. So we're done with the bear for today. Elk 1, us 0. Bear 1, us 0. Hopefully these mule deer ain't good at playing the game. They're coming up next.
I can't shoot that close. He come out down there, and I told Dad, so let's mark it 260. Get Dad shot.
We're gonna go. Bobby thinks he hit him on the last shot. It looked like he did. So we're gonna go over there where he was at when he shot, see if we can find some blood. Just in case he did hit him. Bobby said when he came out of that ditch, right there, he came. So the bear started straight behind them guys. He come over that hill, down in these woods, and he tried to run up this hill, headed up that way. But he said he turned and he started going up. About halfway or there, he turned and went right back down. So he definitely may be hitting that. That draw right there is got a creek in the bottom of it. So there's one laid up in there. Trying to get him a drink. Trying to get him a drink because Chase tried to deflate it. He tried to let the liquid out of him, so he's trying to refill. I don't know. I hope we find him. It's a pretty bear. I hope he hit him. It was a pretty bear. Man. We just got to make damn sure we didn't hit him. If we did hit him, we got to put in every effort we can to find him. So we're going uphill from Chase when we're shooting, so you can see where he shot behind him the first time. Here we go, Bobby. If the bear don't get us, side by side wheel.
that green bush right there.
Alright, guys, the saga begins. It doesn't begin, it continues. So look for some bear blood.
Right now. Why do we got a gun?
Ain't you got them suspenders on?
Yep.
Giant. But I can't shoot a giant out here. I gotta shoot a coal. So we got one up here. It's got some. He's really a 3x3. He has some tiny crab claws. He's missing an eye guard. So I try to slip up here. He's padded up, facing away from the side I'm coming. The wind's blowing from him to me. So it should work out good. Once I can get up here without him seeing me. When I get up here, I'll get back with you. Alright guys, I just put on my super sneakers. I'm just gonna get right there to that ridge. Pick a spot to peep over. And I should be able to get a shot when he stands up. What is up? I'm back. Alright, so I was right. See them rock formation? Right there. I came out on that side. Hold on a minute. Alright, so I came out originally up and on this side. Deer was bedded right there under that rock. Facing that direction. Facing that direction. When I came out right there, I felt like I was too far in front of him. He was going to see me draw. So I went back down the hill, came back up right here over this ridge. Ranged him at 95. Ranged him at 95 right under that rock, quartering away, bedded down. So I'll get up there and lay down. Let that sucker get up there and bed up. That's a big bastard right there. That's a big motherfucker right there. See what I see? How they disappear in them shadows?
Yeah. Look how he's fixing the bed up right there. That's where he was going.
Now let old Dexter have a shot. It looked like it hammer smacked him perfectly. He jumped up. He jumped up after he got hit.
See or not, but there's John walking up the ridge right there. He's fixing to put a stall on him. Got to kill a cull buck out of this ranch, and we're fixing to see if we can take one out. He's gonna ease up this draw right here, up to the top, to that rock formation right there, and then I don't know if y'all guys can see or not, but there is a mule deer buck seen in the video right there. So there's the mule deer coming down the draw. And there he is right there. John put the stalk on me. Alright guys. He's made it up to the first rocks. I don't know if you can see or not. Look, it's right by that rock. His head's sticking out. I know it's hard for me to hold still, but he is sitting there. He's sitting there laying down. His head stuck out. Looks like John's got to go around the rock and over the top. So, see what he does. Sorry about that. Got my camera off sidetracked there a little bit. There's the buck. And John disappeared behind the rocks. Another one up on top of the hill from me. Looks like a doe. He'll be alright there. I know that little doe is up there above him. Keeping my camera focused on the deer. I don't know, guys, if y'all can see John on the ground right there. So he slipped up there, but you notice the deer was right there. Well, now he's gone. No arrow went right to him. So John's gonna slip over into his bed where he was laid up at, and I'm gonna keep the camera rolling. Guys, that's all I got on my phone. But it's a good little video. Good spot and stop up here in the great state of Montana. guys. Back in action here. Get it zoomed back in. So, if you see John up there, looks like a little speck. He's easing over there to where he shot the deer. Give it about 20 minutes here. I didn't want to jump him up or something if he was right there on the side, but he's gonna ease over there and see if he can find his arrow and see what he's got. I'll just hold the camera right here on him as he's going across here. And he disappeared on me. I can see his top of his head. I know one thing, guys. This wind out here, it's brutal. Come out here to hunt, you better have your bow tuned in. Alright, so he's over at the rock right now where he shot the cull-buck muley in the bed. I see John beside the rock. And now we're gonna go look for his deer, guys. I see him easing down the draw right now. Oh, he's easing up to the side of the hill. All right, guys, I'm gonna get around here where he's at, and we will continue on this when we retrieve this buck.
Bobby Wilson he was recording the whole thing from way down there. But he just informed me that when I went around that rock, he couldn't see me. So he turned the camera off long enough to give his arm a break. And next thing you know, the deer jumped up out of the bed, mule kicking right off. Me and old Bob and Chase, we've been 1 minute behind the game all day. We was a minute behind on the elk. And I say a minute behind because I was in the perfect spot. I got them ranged at 95. Was fixing to take the shot, but when I raised up and ranged them, the wind hit me in the back of the neck, dropped down the hill, and the shadow was still on the mountainside, so the thermals were still going down. And prior to that, the wind was blowing this way. It hit me in the neck. The one elk that was pointing this way, he did one of these things. Turned his whole body around like that. I dropped down, set my slider on 95. Actually, I set it on 100. And then, because I knew they were going to walk because the way it was acting, drew, raised up, and they were about 120, 130. So I just had to let it down. Then we was over and went looking for a bear. Seen a big black bear. My buddy wanted to kill a bear bad, so instead of me bow hunting, he said, I'm going to go back to the ranch and grab the rifle. So before he came back, that black bear left. But literally, as he was walking up the hill, there was a big, beautiful cinnamon bear walking in. And I was waving at him, come on, hurry. And as he was coming in, that cinnamon bear was going out, and he stepped off in that weed in the thicket. And I was like, dang it, man. It was just a minute sooner, and you could have had a rest and smacked him. So anyway, you'll see on the video where he made me go down into the bear cave. Scared shitless. Every step my boot was in bear crap. Every step. It was fresh, you could smell them. Smell like bear balls and honey. Nothing I need to be around with a bow. So it was super thick. So anyway, I got my super sneakers on that I just made a channel about making. Walked through this cactus from about 100 yards back. Cactus stickers, briar sticks, Work like a charm, baby. I'll catch you in a little bit when I get over here. All right, YouTube. I'm gonna slip over here. I can get to that rock. I can go in this jaw and get to that rock where he was bedded up. And he went off that ridge that way. As long as I don't let my head break the plane. And if he's laying down in there, not dead, you know, if I'm just gonna look in his bed, see what kind of blood I see right there in his bed. Let's go check it out. Come on, Dexter. You little serial killer. There's his bed right there. That's the bed he was laying in right here. We have a mule deer tonight. We have a mule deer tonight. I don't kill a muley. We have a mule deer tonight. Woo! 95 yards. Shot him in his bed. He go 80 yards. And most of that he slid down the hill. Come on, baby. Grim Reaper. 70-pound bow. Is that a mechanical? Yes, it is. We about to go look at this bad boy. Check this out, guys. I'm standing in his bed. He was laying like this, facing that way, looking up there. He's watching that big giant muley over there. I don't hit this. I hit him here a quarter of the way. Let me show you where he's laying. He is laying right there, baby. Let me range it for you. 91.3 yards, and he slid out of that. I just slid all the way down this fucking hill on my ass. I'm gonna show you how to recover a mule deer up here in Montana. You get a little start, get it on the ass, you just go down the hill, baby. Woohoo! That's what I'm talking about, right there. We're about to get this bad boy.
He ain't got that.
Look here. This leg was back in his bed right there like that. Heart shot. You think he is?
I don't know.
He's missing his eye guard. He might be a little bigger than I thought when I shot him. But he's missing eye guards.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. Tell me when you're ready.
All right, guys. So here's the final outcome. John tracked him down here Smoked him, baby.
Woo! Thank you, Montana. Thank you, Chase. Thank you, Lowen, bro. We had a good day today.
Yes, sir. Nice stalk, nice buck.
Bobby? All right, guys, check this out. Mechanical broadhead. This deer was laying on his side in his bed. 95 yards. Went through there. Smoked his heart all the way through the other side. Broke this leg. Grim Reaper, 3-blade, over the top deployable. Heard all we need to hear about mechanicals. If you want to shoot a fixed blade and fight with the flight, go ahead. If you want to shoot a mechanical and not fight with the flight, that's my choice every time. So I guess now, here's where I say, thank you, Grim Reaper.